y'all. Welcome to Midweek Minis, the show where you get to ask us questions and we tell you personal stories that you've sent to us in text format. I'm Mitch Lawrence, and that's my wife, Leah Lawrence.
Hey, y'all.
And we are super excited this week. We just got back from Gatlinburg, where we did a whole bunch of nothing, and it was great. One thing that I did, actually, I accidentally ordered a very expensive drink at the Bubba Gump Shrimp. It was called a front porch tea, and there was not a price on the menu.
No,
I will stand by that
wasn't.
for the rest of my life, that there was not a price on the menu. Check comes, it's the waitress says, here, take this receipt up front to the gift shop and they'll give you your complimentary glass for the drink. And I said, what? And she goes, yeah. And she just walked off. It was a $15 drink.
Turns out you get the glass too because it was an exorbitantly expensive cocktail.
I had no idea. Absolutely
whatever.
none. But I got a cool Bubba Gump Shrimp glass out of it. And the
And
drink
a
was
little
pretty
bit
good
of
too.
embarrassment, but it's fun.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, Leah, how about we get into that personal story that you got?
Alrighty, well, we've got a story over from Instagram, and the I can't pronounce the username, but I'm pretty sure it's Marissa from the Facebook chat as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm going to read that story, and I hope you're ready for it. Ready?
I'm
Okay,
so ready.
Cool. All right. It says, "Hi all, I love you guys and thought I would send in a story for Midweek Minis. A little background. I was raised with my best friend's family for most of my life. Her great-grandparents always loved purple roses and hummingbirds. Great-grandpa died when we were real young. They were a very close family. My best friend got purple roses on her shoulder as her first tattoo. Anyways, time jump to August the 30th of 2019, so very recently.
Oh.
My best friend's mom is getting married tomorrow. Congratulations. And it's a costume wedding.
Yay.
Great-grandma was excited to dress up as a witch and hand out shots as a flower girl. But the week leading up to the wedding, Grandma got sick, so she can't come to the wedding. But we are going to FaceTime the wedding to her so she could be there. During the rehearsal dinner, we did family photos and stuff. Near the end of the night, we got the phone call. Great-grandma passed away.
Oh.
It was really rough on my best friend and her mom. But the whole family decided we needed to celebrate to honor great-grandma. During the ceremony, we took our shots in honor of great-grandma, and as they said their vows, a hummingbird came flying down the walkway. It was beautiful and sad. Thank you for letting us share. Love you guys. Stay possum."
Well, God damn it.
It's so sad, but that's super sweet.
Yeah. That's a fun story.
I love stuff like that where you can just sort of, just the universe gives you a little bit of your loved one back there for a minute. And actually my mom, who did pass away a few years ago, loved hummingbirds and purple roses. So when I read that, I was like, oh, that's super weird. But I did a paper sculpture of a hummingbird and purple flowers.
What if
for
your
her.
mother was her great-grandmother?
That would be impossible. But anyway, yeah. So when you said purple roses and hummingbirds, that kind of freaked me out a little bit too. But anyway, I liked that story, and I hope you did too.
I enjoyed it. It was sweet.
Licking me, Dobby. What is your deal?
Our dogs are just all fucking over us right now.
Our dogs are insane. I'm sorry, y'all.
Sorry for the audio audience, but the big one's being a real bitch.
And the little one just won't shut up.
Yeah.
No.
So
Yes.
that's what's happening over here. Welcome to it, everyone. All right, you ready for a question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
From Emily H. What would your perfect vacation look like?
That's really difficult because I have two different types of vacations I like to take. I like to go somewhere, sit at a pool, don't do a fucking thing for a week. That's a great vacation.
Can I stop you real quick?
Yeah,
because
go
I just
ahead.
want to say for the live stream, Samus's head is just barely in the bottom. It's so funny.
She's just hanging out at the very bottom of the screen.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like to do that, but then I also really like to go and do stuff and experience the culture of wherever it is that I'm going. I like to go out and eat dinner at fancy places. I like to go to museums. I'm a fucking museum nut. I love them. I like big museums. I like little museums. I like really weird, obscure, strange, your grandma's button collection museum. Like, I like weird shit, and I like to do that stuff. So, I mean, I guess a perfect vacation would be a combo of the two. So like a place where I could go and relax, where there's a spa, but then like also go to like a kitschy museum afterwards.
Well, that's fun. Let me think. I enjoy the beach. Leah doesn't.
Hate it. Sand is the worst.
I don't know. I mean, I also enjoy the mountains a lot, but it needs to be cold in the mountains for me.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't like to go, like, when we just got back, Friday, it was pretty warm. It wasn't terribly hot.
It was in the upper 80s.
But it wasn't pleasant. Mm-mm. And you have to walk everywhere in Gatlinburg and, Pigeon Forge and stuff, but if it's that
just
hot,
walking
it's not
around
fun.
Down there, you'll walk 5 or 6 miles a day, just randomly doing stuff down there. So it was unpleasantly hot. Usually we go in November and it's cooled off and it's starting to get a little bit rainy up there, and it's wonderful then. But it was super hot this time, comparatively speaking. And
yeah, we normally go about a month after this in early November, but this year we're not. We're going to Washington, D.C., and it'll be nice and cold, I'm sure, in a month. Mm-hmm. But, like, for instance, I will give you my perfect vacation right now because we did it last year. We got to the mountains, and we got this awesome cabin that's, like, midway between Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. The first 2 days we were there, it was raining and, like, in the 40s. It was cold, 40s and 50s. And the cabin we were in had a hot tub on the back patio it was a covered patio. And it was just raining like the whole time. And it was so fucking awesome. I loved that. It was just cold outside, but there was the 104 degree hot tub. And all that rain just hitting right beside me. Leah knows this. There's just something weird about me that I enjoy being in the rain, but not getting wet, like under something covered.
Oh, yeah.
But not inside, like an awning or something. I love that feeling, that sensation. So we did that. And last year, the first morning, I sat out there for like 2 hours by myself while Leah slept. And I went and woke her up. I was like, you got to come do this before it stops raining. And she got up and she was begrudgingly like, all right, fine. And she sat in the rocking chair next to me. And she goes, okay, can I go back in now? And I was like, it's amazing. What are you doing? And then
it was very cold.
It was so cold, but it was fantastic.
I hate being cold. I love the rain. I will sit and listen to the rain. Like, I fall asleep to the sound of rain sounds, like specifically. So, I love the sound of rain, and I like the same sensation, but not when it's freezing ass cold at like 5 a.m. Thank you kindly.
Wonderful. But yeah, so, we went this year and it was pretty freaking warm. Just, we just got back. So, but yeah, going right at Christmas time is wonderful. That's great. I also really enjoy the beach, mostly for all the mini golf though. Leah knows I love mini golf too, and she will never fucking play with me.
We played yesterday.
Yeah, once. There was another course to play. Just saying. I'm still pissed about that. But that's okay. That's all right. Yeah, I guess that would be my perfect one. All right, we have a question from the chat.
Okay.
From Marissa.
Go ahead.
If you could have any other pet other than the dogs and cat, what would that pet be?
Mini pig.
I was just about to say pig. I would love to have a pig.
Pigs are so smart, and you can train them to do all sorts of stuff, and they're real sweet animals, and you can train them to use the litter box just like you would a cat. They're good animals, but, they also get real big, and you have to take care of them, and it's probably not feasible for our little house right now, but if we had another animal, I would get a pig.
Well, we also can't have anything that could be classified as livestock in the neighborhood we're in.
Well, technically we're not supposed to, but those rules were also written about 60 years ago, and it's not legally binding. It's just a happy agreement between neighbors that we signed when we bought the house. So is it really something that we couldn't have if we just had our heart set on a pig? No.
I don't think anybody's going to turn us in.
Yeah, but I also just don't care to bother with other,
Now, if we start getting, a whole bunch of goats or something.
Yeah, then I would say, calm down, y'all. Goats might be a bit much, but oh my God, goats are adorable.
Yeah.
Their eyes are freaky, but little goats are adorable.
I'm going to put this one back again, Leah.
Okay, thanks.
Because it's the singing one again.
Y'all.
You just won't do it. You're such a pussy.
I am not a good singer. I can sing. I sing character songs. If you need an evil queen or witch or someone cackling funnily, I can do that. But as far as like singing a ballad probably not my thing.
I want to give a caveat to, I don't quite know to what this refers to.
Okay.
From Pip, what's the best Keanu? And I feel like there's something I don't know when that's asked.
No, like your Keanu Reeves. What's your favorite Keanu? Like the Matrix Keanu?
Okay. I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies, so I feel ill-prepared to do this because John Wick's apparently awesome.
I've only seen the first one, but it is a very good movie.
So, there you go. I haven't seen the Key and Peele Cat movie either, and I want to. Isn't that just called Keanu? I think it is, yeah. I want to see that. It's supposed to be good. I'm partial to, just for nostalgia purposes, Bill and Ted Keanu, or he was Ted Theodore Preston. No, that's not right. Ted Theodore Logan, I'm sorry, and Bill S. Preston Esquire was the other one. I loved the Bill and Ted movies growing up. The third one has finished filming, and they are ready to release it soon. So, it's in post-production now. I'm looking forward to it. What about you, Leah?
I mean, there's so many Keanus. I mean, I guess John Wick Keanu's the best, but I'm sure there's one that I'm forgetting. I like any rom-com Keanu as well.
Yeah. What was the one, The Lake House? Wasn't he in that one?
Yeah, I think so. That was the stupidest premise ever, but I liked the movie.
Okay. From Leisha, what's your favorite memory of your grandparents?
Well, my grandparents are both still alive. So,
the thing is, Leah says that, and I don't know if we want to talk about your family tree.
We've done it before on the show.
Can I do it real quick?
Yeah, that's fun.
There's a reason both of Leah's grandparents are still alive. It's because with zero crossover here, Leah's mother's father is married to her father's mother.
Yeah.
There's absolutely 0% inbreeding.
There's not.
But you have to understand that, like, basically her mother and father are step siblings.
My mom's no longer with us.
Yes.
But, when they were married, yes, they were technically stepbrother and sister, but they never lived together. They never were not kids together. They were both full-grown adults and out of the house when my grandparents met and got married.
Right.
And
they did not have any kind of...
Yeah.
Anyway,
they met because my grandparents started dating, and they were like, they were dating very seriously and were thinking about getting married. And they're like, hey, our kids should all meet. So my dad's an only child, and my mom has one brother, and he was working at the time. So they all went to, I don't remember if it was Six Flags or Silver Dollar City, but anyway, they went to a theme park. I think it was Six Flags.
And they're all adults, by the way.
Yeah, all adults at the time. Nothing creepy going on, but they sort of like, well, hey, and they didn't anyway, they all got married.
Yeah. They had one big ceremony.
They did not. They were married a year apart. But yeah, so when I say my grandparents, I've only got the one set.
Right, she has one set.
Because my father's father died when he was young, and my mom's mom died when I was in third grade. So, like I said, I've only got the one set, but, they're from both sides of the family, I guess. We only had the one place to go to for all holidays. It was really nice. Still do. But they are awesome, and I love my grandparents. But I don't know, memories... I guess my favorite memory of my grandparents is just probably us cooking together, because, I learned to cook, and so just watching my grandmother, it was never like a formal lesson or anything, just sitting there and learning to cook, That's my favorite thing that I remember just doing with my grandmother, just sitting there and making biscuits and cookies and just stuff like that. And then with my grandfather riding around on his tractor, because he loves a fucking tractor, man. Like, he's got several and plenty of land to work it on. He's 82 now, 83?
I don't know. Probably.
I'm not sure. He's 80 something at this point, and he still does more manual labor than I've probably ever done in my life. Like, it's insane. But he loves to work the land, and farm and mow his yard. So just riding around on his tractor with him as a kid was really fun. So that's mine.
Okay, well, all right. I do have 2 sets of grandparents. I want to say that preemptively. Let me see. My father's parents were the worst people. Period. I fucking hated them and everything about them. And I'm glad they're dead. I will say it.
Wow.
I will proclaim it from the highest mountain.
All right.
Fuck
then.
those people. They sucked.
Okay.
My mother's parents I grew up with because we lived with them for most of my life until I was about 13 or so. I enjoyed them, of course, first of all, because they were decent people. But my grandfather on my mother's side was a big baseball player, too. He was actually drafted to play professionally for the Cardinals, I believe, St. Louis.
I didn't know that. You never told me that before.
Well, it was right at the outbreak of World War II, and he wasn't able to. Mm-hmm. He was, called to serve, as they say, and he wasn't able to go play. So he went to the war. I don't think he was like in any
combat
action or anything.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I talked to him about it. He died when I was in 7th grade, and my grandmother died when I was in 10th grade, I think. I think those are the 2. But, I enjoyed them fine, but I also grew up with them, and I was, a child and didn't care for my grandparents as well. So, but again, looking back, they were at least decent people, and I enjoyed their company more so than my father's parents. And, so with the baseball thing, my grandfather and grandmother came to every single game that I ever played. My grandfather coached my mom and her sister, my aunt, for many years in slow pitch softball, and he played slow pitch softball until he was like 65 or something.
Yeah.
They played, anyway. So, I mean, just sports stuff, I guess, was my favorite memory of them because I don't have too much that sticks around. I don't remember a lot of shit from my childhood. I've talked to you about that before.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing I'm like blocking out for trauma reasons or anything. I just really don't remember a lot of stuff. So, yeah, that sort of thing. My grandmother was kind of overbearing and, emotional, I guess, and I didn't like to hang around her that much, but just saying.
You're also a dude, so
well, I didn't have the kind of grandparents you have as well. So
I'm very lucky with my family. They've always been incredibly supportive. Like they're a little old Southern, and sometimes they can get very irritating, but for the most part, I really love my family, and they're really good people. So they
are. Samus's head has made an appearance again at the bottom of the screen.
Nice.
That's hilarious. Oh, but yeah, all good family stuff. I mean, I've said on the show before that I'm not particularly close to my family, like, period. And I know that's weird for you because, you are. What's going on with the stream? Is it messed up?
Nope. Oh, there it goes again.
It's back up. Sorry, y'all. Thought we lost the stream for a second. But yeah, I mean, I'm not particularly close with my family.
Yeah.
We're not, like, I'm estranged from my brother, but, like, besides that, we're not estranged. We're not close like y'all are.
Yeah.
We've had that conversation before. Okay, Leisha C., what is your go-to rom-com?
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, you love 10 Things I Hate About You.
Favorite movie? That, and I call it a rom-com because that's just how I view it. But A Knight's Tale, I can quote that movie from front to back. I feel like Heath Ledger, a rom-com. Apparently. Anything with Heath Ledger in it, I'm here for it all day long. When he died, I cried. It was a problem. I loved Heath Ledger. Yeah. I was absolutely obsessed with him as a kid. But yeah, 10 Things I Hate About You. And then I think A Knight's Tale might be my favorite movie, like, period, because I know it's terrible. I know it's ridiculous, but it's still my favorite movie. And it's got Heath Ledger for the sex appeal. It's got Alan Tudyk for the comedy. I'm here all day for it. I love it. Just, yes.
Alan Two Dicks. Good old Alan Two Dicks.
He is the funniest human being. If you ever have the opportunity to go to a convention where he's at and doing a panel, go to his panel. It's fucking hilarious.
It is.
He is so cool to listen to talk. He does so many more voices than you think he does. Like,
yeah. For anyone who doesn't know who that is, because this is how I found out, he was Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball.
Yeah.
He did the voice of the rooster in Moana, which was just clucking.
Yeah, it's just clucking and being a ridiculous chicken, but that was him. He was King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
He's the redheaded guy in A Knight's Tale. He was in Firefly as Wash. Like, yeah, he's all over the place. Super awesome.
Yeah.
Go to a convention and listen to his stuff. He's very funny.
Good old Alan Two Dicks. I enjoy Hitch, and one that I hadn't seen until Leah introduced me to it was Music and Lyrics. I think that movie is fan-fucking-tastic. I really do. I love that movie. But we also both like, what's the book one with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan?
Oh,
You've Got Mail.
You've Got Mail.
You've Got Mail's great.
What?
What? Yeah, because he owns a bookstore.
No, she owns the
bookstore. He owns the book conglomerate.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't have put.
Yes,
yeah,
Firefly
okay,
as well.
No, I really do. I really, really, really do love You've Got Mail. That's another one of my tops. Yeah. I will watch it anytime it's on. But I also really love Shop Around the Corner, which is what it's based on. Mm-hmm. So I really love the original movie as well. So obviously,
I've got more. I just can't think of them right now.
If it's a rom-com, I've probably seen it.
Yeah, me too.
My mom loved them, and I love them, and I don't care how terrible and just predictable and awful they are. I'm gonna watch it. Like, all of J-Lo's rom-com movies are terrible. They're fucking awful, but I'll watch them every time they're on. Made in Manhattan. Yep, I'm gonna watch that.
I never saw Made in Manhattan, but I did see Monster-in-Law, and I saw that one in the theater, Leah. I don't know why. And you
have seen Made in Manhattan because we watched it one time because I made you.
I bet you
probably
that I
don't
wasn't
remember
watching.
it.
I will bet you anything I was on my phone the entire time.
Most likely.
Monster-in-Law we saw with a friend of mine in high school. It was, I didn't drive in high school, and he did, and he was like, let's go do something. Let's go to a movie. What is there? And I was like, there's literally nothing out right now. And he was like, let's just go to Monster-in-Law. I said, all right, fucking fine.
Why would you go see that?
I mean, there was nothing else to do. It was Montgomery in the mid-2000s, Leah. Nothing to do. Nothing. There's going to be a whitewater rafting park in a few years in Montgomery. But besides that, not shit else.
Lord.
My love. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Montgomery, Alabama is getting a whitewater rafting park in the middle of downtown.
Where all the river rats are. It's going to be a great, great thing.
Oh, God. It's so funny. Oh, well, I believe that'll do it.
All right.
That was a fun round of questions there. Always fun to talk about whitewater rafting and rom-coms. Those are my favorite things, at least.
I don't think I can get behind the whitewater rafting thing, but the rom-coms, I'm here for it. Always.
Oh, all right, y'all. Well, that was fun, and I guess send us some more questions and personal stories, because we need them.
Definitely.
Yeah, y'all listen to the main episode this weekend. Come back on Wednesday when you hear this to watch Tailgate Tales on Facebook Live, and we will be posting that on Saturday as well. So come hang out with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.